Hello and welcome. Today we've got a 5 amp battery with nothing wrong with it on the face of it. It's got 4 bars, it works, and you put in the charger. Because it's fully charged, you would expect it to show a green light sort of right away. And if I check the voltage, this battery is reading exactly what you would want it to. Been fully charged, is showing 20 volts. Opening the pack to get a more individual reading. To get an individual reading, every bank of cells is showing what you would expect them to, what you would want them to. 4.07, which is acceptable fully charged voltage for a battery. The complaint with this one is that when it's used for a few minutes, it loses power, it stops working, it drops very quick and has to be put onto the charger. What I'm going to explore is, if I put this in a load test, will it perform to near the specifications, which is 90 watt hours and 5 amp hours. So here we have a load tester, and what we're going to do with this, we're going to connect it to the battery terminals, the plus and the minus. And we've set it to 12.5 cutoff voltage. We're going to give this battery a rigorous load test for about an hour, and we will see then if it's holding up, or how it's holding up, or what the specifications are. We'll be looking for the capacity, which is the amp hours, and we'll be looking for the watt hours as well. So press that button once, and we'll hopefully, the way this works, we'll probably have to wait about an hour. This is set at 5 amps, so that means this will drain this down to 12.5 volts over an hour. And this will tell us a couple of things. It'll tell us the capacity, which is the amp hours, the milliamps. And it'll tell us the watt hours, which is the amp hours multiplied by the voltage, basically. Also, it'll show us if there are any weak cells. This load test will show us if some of the cells go lower under load than the rest of. We take these all down to 2.5 volts each, and some of them don't recover equally. Once we take the load off it, we'll be able to see if they're actually weak cells, which are taken away from the performance of the overall performance of the pack, as it were. So all we have to do now is wait. So I'm going to stop the video, and then we'll take it up in an hour's time, or less if it's got particularly bad capacity. Right, so here we are. The test has been completed, and there's the readout. It only went 46 minutes, which tracks when you see the rest of the stats. It only produced 62 watt hours of the 90, and it only produced 3.8 amp hours, so 3,700 or 873 milliamps. So that's a 3.8 ampere battery now, as opposed to a 5 ampere. So that's what's wrong with this battery. It's lost some capacity over time, which makes it closer to just a little below a 4 amp rather than a 5 amp, which it is, which it was when it came out. Should be more specific. We're going to take that off now and leave that to one side. The next part of the test is, there's a bit of heat in that battery, which it's not excessive, you would expect it. Next part of the test is to retest the cells, or the banks of cells, the pairs, you know, if you know what way these work. 2.97, 2.94, 3. They are recovering. You see they do recover. They go down to 2.5 and they come up a little bit. The cells have all recovered, so they're all equal. They're all equal, but they're all just a little bit less than they used to be. The problem with this battery mainly is age. Because he's been using it for a while, it's lost a bit of capacity through charging and discharging. That happens. However, the fault that he described would point more to something wrong with the circuit board. Actually, the circuit board being a wee bit too sensitive. I suppose when these cells come under pressure, they do react differently than they would have when they were new. They tend to go to the cutoff voltage quicker. They'll get down to the voltage in the tool. The tool will stop working when the banks of cells get down so low. We'll see if this recovers. We'll try and charge this battery to see if it recovered from that load test, which it has. You know, it's actually recovered well on its own. So we'll put it in the charge here to see. Yeah, it's charging anyway. It's going to charge that battery. I don't really think there's anything other than a rebuild with better cells that could do much for that battery. There is one probably thing that it could do, is try and put an aftermarket board on it. Put the aftermarket board on it, and it might be less sensitive than the genuine one, and it might get a better level of performance down to it gets low. That's only a bit of conjecture on my part. That's only just a guess. However, that's what I will be suggesting to him if he wants to spend the money. But I have load tested the battery, and for all intents and purposes, there's nothing wrong with it. It's performed its normal function, but in a less capacity way than it would have had it been new. So if you like this video and enjoy this type of battery content, this is me here, Dr. Left Hand Thread. Please like and subscribe. I have battery courses on how to repair these things on YouTube here, and also I have new videos every week on different subjects regarding batteries and all sorts of tool repairs.